We've been wanting to try boondocking for a while and have just been too apprehensive because we weren't sure where we could or what was acceptable. Of course, we have boondocked in the Outer Banks, but that was a bit different because it doesn't totally meet the definition of boondocking since we had to reserve the ferry and all that. So we've been on a road trip through Colorado and now just seemed like the best time to give it a try. We were totally surprised by what we found. We had some lows and some major highs. This turned out to be an adventure we will never forget.
We just came in and it's not real smooth roads, and we had a jar of banana peppers.
Let me just show you. If you notice, there's no juice left in there because all the juice is currently in our camper. So it has gone under the fridge and we are now having to pull everything out and clean up all of the juice so we don't smell banana peppers for the rest of our road trip. So now that we have all of the banana pepper juice cleaned up, it is time to deal with the culprits. So one thing to note, if you're going off-road with your off-road camper, note that the things inside the camper are probably going to bounce around if they're not secured. And then your husband is gonna get all intense.
Yeah, the intensity was having to pull the fridge out because that's not very fun. It's in there very tightly. So but now we got it cleaned up. I feel better.
So it's time for a quick tour of our campsite.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, welcome of the dawn.
So let me go ahead and show you what Coda and I see from the back of our camper. Hey Coda? We'll show them. Snow-capped mountains. And I'm just telling you, they don't look nearly as big as they actually are. They're huge. Just imagine those trees you see at the bottom. Those are tall, tall trees. I think it's below freezing.
I don't think it's below freezing.
Yeah, I can see my breath.
I can't see your breath. I can smell your breath.
I had to sleep in my sweatshirt with my hood on.
Yeah.
Because it was so cold.
Yep.
But I did sleep good.
I did too. Really, it's no colder than when we run this air conditioner.
No,
quite
it's
frankly.
a little
yeah,
colder.
it's colder. Yeah.
I feel like it's skiing weather.
Yeah, it's cold. I mean, it's. I've got a couple layers on.
And I'm just gonna say, but I looked outside this morning, and over there's snow.
Yeah, there's snow. There's snow on the mountain.
No, not just on the mountain.
Where?
There's snow on the ground over there.
It's cold.
Please, please make some coffee.
Okay, so I'm gonna make some coffee. Get your water boiling.
So this morning, for boondocking life, which is our first boondock, I got up and I looked out the back. Beautiful, beautiful sun coming across the mountain. I looked out the left side, beautiful sun peeking up behind the mountain. And I looked to the left, and it was a full moon of someone using the bathroom right outside, because that's what you do when you boondock.
So before the coffee, the water completely boils, once it gets hot, I'm going to actually take it and put it into our cups because the cups are so cold. I don't want it to make my coffee cold quick. So what I'm going to do, put a little water in each one of these, put the lid on it while I'm finishing the coffee so it'll warm up the inside of the coffee cup. Ooh, nice.
It is officially time for breakfast at our boondocking site. So we're gonna make some egg sandwiches and we've got some cut up melon. So let's get at her. Now here is a delicious breakfast. Egg sandwich, fresh cantaloupe, beautiful view. So we made it to Telluride and we got lucky, and when we pulled into this parking lot randomly, we got a parking spot, and it happens to be Bridal Falls where we wanted to go. So we're going to the base of Bridal Falls and I'm tired already.
Exactly.
Whew. It's a bit of an elevation, but well worth it. This is beautiful. Rhoda, you ready to start?
That wall is so immense up there. Gives me vertigo just looking at it. Okay, the ridiculousness just keeps getting more ridiculous. It's, I'm not even sure what to even say about all the stuff.
It's like you're on sensory overload because your mind can't comprehend so much beautiful, magnificent stuff at the same time. Except for you get to do that when you look at me every day.
Exactly. I wake up every morning in awe.
Yeah, so he's used to it, but I am too.
But then when you add this to it, it's even, I mean, I'm lucky I'm still standing here alive.
This is what happens with Coda. If we stop for him to have a drink of water, he lays down. We made it to the falls. It is super wet, so we're taking turns as we kind of sort of want to keep Coda out of here. It's so muddy, but check that out. It's beautiful.
That's cold and wet and muddy. Oh, that's really cool.
The hike. It is beautiful. When you get up there too, you're kind of hot from walking and hiking, and it just feels great.
Yes.
But note that it is muddy, so you might want to wear some shoes you don't care about.
Yeah, make sure you have like hiking shoes, boots, that type of thing, because it's very slippery as well, so you just have to be careful.
Good boy. Good boy.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, welcome of the dawn.
After our hike, we took the trail up to the very top with the Jeep. And to me, it's kind of like a Jeep trail. And there's a plant up at the very top, and you get a really great view of Telluride and of the falls.
The red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn.
We're back from Telluride and we are starving. So we are gonna make a boondock fettuccine and a blueberry cobbler. So basically when we do boondock, we always do all canned things or things that don't require refrigeration. So the first thing I'm gonna do is boil some noodles. And I've got this handy dandy cast iron pot, which has been fantastic. I would highly recommend getting one of these. The next step is to get some butter in the pan, and we use canned butter when we're camping because it just, you don't have to have it in the fridge, and you don't have to have other butter in the fridge, but it just works well. Now, as my butter is melting, I'm also gonna put in some garlic. And now I'm gonna dump in my canned chicken. And then I have some red pepper. I'm gonna add a little olive oil to this as well. And these little handy dandy things, if you can find them, are so nice because they're kind of pre-packaged in about a tablespoon. Now I'm gonna add in some canned Alfredo sauce. I always keep some canned milk with me just because I can use that for a lot of different things and I don't have to refrigerate it. And lastly, I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese to give it a nice cheesy flavor. Once the sauce has time to cook together, we're gonna add in the noodles. And we have a big old pot of Alfredo, chicken Alfredo. It's delicious. We literally have no phone service out here, and so now we need to go into Telluride so we can get some phone service and just call and check on some folks. So we are going to go do a little exploring in Telluride.
I've never been known for my cautious side. You should know that I'm well aware. I don't want anything left untried. Will you come with me, mon cher? So let us just do
Kevin is really wanting to return because we just found out on our coffee roasters that Telluride is home to a naked bike ride.
I barely like to ride a bike ride float.
So anyone interested in a naked bike ride, Telluride is the place to be. Good morning. We had another successful boondocking night. It's a nice peaceful morning. It is freezing. So it's time to get some hot coffee going, and this morning we're gonna do a fire, and then right behind us where we're parked we can actually go jump right on a hiking trail, so we're gonna try that, and then that will be time to move on after that. So we've had a really great experience here at our boondocking site. Last night, Kevin, we met some really great folks. Last night we spent some time visiting with them, and they are photographers and have shared with us some of their knowledge. So last night Kevin took some opportunity to learn some more and did some still photography of the night sky. So it's been a really good time. I'm gonna put some butter in there and some salt, some pepper, some cheese, and I'm going to carefully wrap it up, put it on the fire. So we had our breakfast this morning and it was fantastic. Sorry we did not video it, but we had some fellow campers come over and totally forgot. It says we were visiting to take a picture or show you what it looked like at the end. You'll just have to take our word for it that it's really good. You should try it. So now we're at the point where our boondocking at Telluride is coming to a close. We're now going to go ahead and get cleaned up. Everything cleaned up. We're going to take one final hike on the trail behind our camper and then we're heading out. Now we have decided to take a little joyride from Telluride, and we learned about a thing called the $1 Million Mile. No, the $1 Million Highway, which is in Colorado and apparently is one of the most dangerous highways in the US. And we are going to, it also though is very scenic, and so we are going to check it out. It is between Ouray and Silverton. They refer to this town, Ouray, as Little Switzerland.
Will you come with me, mon cher? So let us just do.
People die on 400, Georgia 400.
Yeah.
If we had the rescue wagon, I would be not like, well, I can't even say it. I can't even talk. We are not being free right now. Instead, we're being scared.
No, it's not even fear. The thing is if somebody scooches over your white line, you've got nowhere to go, or you get the yellow line, you've got nowhere to go.
Yeah, like, all I could think was, like, if they come around one of these corners,
Which are hairpin corners,
and hit us, that's it. We're going off.
So a guy just passed me with a extended, or not extended cab, but a quad cab dually, pulling a 36 to 37 foot fifth wheel, and then he's got a trailer with a razor on it too. Well, that's a lot of vehicle for this little road.
Yeah.
If he's coming around a corner and he just edges over a little bit, which is easy to do, you just have nowhere to go on the other part.
Or if one of his wheels goes off, it's gonna plummet him to his death. We're not as brave as some of our friends. We have to be, though. We need to be free.
Yeah, but I'd rather be alive.
That's a campsite right there, overlooking that mountain. Wow. So we pulled off and decided to check out a campground here because they had signs for one of the campgrounds, so we just thought we would check it out because we still want to be free. We want to be alive and be free.
And see where it goes. So let us just.
So we left our boondocking site and we came to a campground. We needed to get some electric, kind of reset just a little bit. And that's when things went a little different than expected when it was time to leave.
Okay, so we got a little problem this morning. We came back and my camper came off the front blocks that were holding it up, and it came down. Now I had the wheel chock front end
sometimes things don't go the way you think they're gonna go.
No, they don't.
Because who knew that this could happen with our camper?
Yep.
Did it break anything?
I don't think
Wow.
We've had a great time. I'll tell you what, boondocking in Colorado is amazing. We've had a wonderful time in Telluride and we've met new friends. We've just really had an exceptional experience.
So I think, you know, one of the things, we had reservations somewhere. We decided to opt out of those and keep going and explore. Don't be afraid just get out there. Don't be afraid to change plans. Be flexible. That's when you really get to be free. So get out there, have an adventure, be free, and for more videos like this, you can click on the video on the screen, or you can visit any one of our playlists, or you can go to our website at www.befreebenson.com.
Also, if you enjoyed this video, if you've got any kind of value out of it, go ahead and hit that like button, and also subscribe to our channel because it really does help us out.
Get out there, have an adventure, be flexible, and be free.
Be free, baby, be free.